Okay, you guys. So it seems like some of y'all are kind of confused on petitions. So this video is for those of you guys that could possibly be having issues acquiring something in your life right now. You could have issues with someone in particular. So what I'm going to teach you right now has to do with basically dominating a certain situation. So let's say that you have this coworker that is completely obnoxious, and it seems to be that you guys cannot get along for whatever the reasons are. So you want to get this person out of the way. I mean, you're trying to control them, honey. Okay, you're trying to control things that they do, because certain people can make it extremely hard to even work a job. You're basically putting this person in a petition, okay? So this could be also done for a lover that is, being rambunctious, or that you feel that you need to control in some type of way because he or she may be, doing stuff behind your back and are misbehaving, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do petitions, right? Um, Preferably when you're doing this, not on this type of paper because it's wired. Not because it's wired, forgive me, y'all, because it's got the lines. Okay. So take blank paper, preferably parchment paper. If you guys are able to get any, I mean, I've told y'all this before, but do it on Amazon. Get it on Amazon. You can get parchment paper on Amazon. And if you could write this in dove's blood and or dragon's blood with a feather, you could do it that way. If not, then for those of y'all that are not really spiritual and you just want to just get this done, use a goddamn Sharpie. So we're gonna use this one right here. But if you're spiritual clearly and you're gonna be doing more work magics, you should probably be getting a damn feathers and the ink, you know? It's more potent. All right. But it'll still work with what I'm teaching you. All right. So for those of you guys that have a spouse or a partner that is difficult and you want to, be dominant over them, let's say they're argumentative with you, we're going to write their name. So you're going to take the piece of paper, right? And you're going to write their name. So we're going to say John Doe. You're going to write it 3 times, right? If you know their birthday is perfect, because knowing somebody's birthday makes it a lot stronger. As you write this person's name, please make sure that you are envisioning them. Don't just be writing it just to write it. Envision their face, envision the person, okay? As you write their name. Like I said, if there's a birthday, even better. Write the whole entire birthday, okay? So, what you're gonna do is, for those of you guys that are having difficulties with your partners, you're gonna write your name, right, on top of them. So you see how the paper is like this? You're now gonna turn it this way. Yeah. Then you're gonna write your name 3 times across. Okay. So I'm gonna write Jane Doe. Let's write Jane. Because I am someone that practices magic, I prefer to use a feather, but I'm doing it in the lowest level possible for you guys. Um, you can also use a regular pen, because a regular pen will allow you to actually see what you're doing instead of using a Sharpie, okay? But yeah, that's a Jane Doe on it, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna cut the square. You're gonna cut a square because it's gonna go on your shoe and preferably on your left foot, okay? So what you're gonna do is, actually I would put this on your right foot because you're dominating somebody. So it's your right hand. Their left hand is your receiving hand. So you're dominating your right hand. So you got to do right foot. My bad, y'all. All right. I got a lot of different things I'm trying to teach y'all, and it's all in my head. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut the square. You're going to fold it. Okay. Not away from you, towards you. Because you're trying to keep this person. Right? Folding it away means you're pushing them away. You don't want to do that. You want to fold it towards. Then you turn the paper, you fold it towards you. Boom. Once you have a little square, let me see if I can show you. So let's say this is like their name, right? So you're gonna do this. You're gonna fold not like that, no, like this, right? Then you turn it again like that. Once you have a little piece of paper like this, you stick it inside of your shoe. You should renew this about every once a week. The reason why is because when you putting your shoe in and out, you sweating and like your paper could be tore up. If it's not tore up, because not everybody's a savage inside of their feet, you should just leave it like that. Renew only as you see fit clearly, right? So you got that, right? You leave it in your shoe. Another way to do a petition is we write, all right, so we'll write John Doe, right? Let's say they disrespectful and shit. They be talking greasy to you. So you write John Doe, right? And on top of that, you will write respect. Okay. So respect 3 times, respect. Okay. This shit gonna look like that. See it with the pen? Respect, respect, respect. Same process. Okay. Only this time you're going to burn this. You're going to say, you, John Doe, will respect me. Okay. And that's basically you releasing into the universe to allow them to handle this disrespectful individual. Okay. You're demanding and creating a space for you to be respected. Okay. If this person and you guys are fighting and you're like, dang, like, I feel like, we just can't get along right now and it's causing a rift. Obviously, I would never tell you to do this if you know there's somebody else in the picture. Because why would you want to keep a man or a woman that didn't respect you enough to not introduce somebody else into the connection? Like, that's stupidity. That's you being karmic. You don't want to do that. You want the universe to flow easily. You don't want a connection that has bumps and bruises. You know what I'm saying? It has other people involved. That's not someone that loves you. That's someone that's playing with you. There's a difference, right? So if you know for a fact that you guys just don't get along for whatever it is, maybe it's finances that are causing a rift, or maybe children are being pain in the ass and are causing a rift between you and your husband or your girlfriend, your wife, whatever. What you're going to do is the same exact thing, only instead of writing respect, you're going to write love on it. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that and you're going to put it in your shoe, your right foot. Remember, your dominant foot. Okay. You want love between the two of you guys. All right. I will also recommend that once you are done doing this petition, you speak out into the universe what it is that you want. Okay. A lot of people burn their petitions. Like, some people tend to burn the petition, but it's best to keep it in your shoe. That way, when it's done, like when the spell is done or whatever, you can always take it out and you can burn it afterwards. But I would recommend y'all to just be very, very wise about like what it is that you're doing, because like not everybody deserves you to do stuff for them. Like, don't lower your vibrations to do a negative spell towards somebody because you're in your feelings. I always will say that as a disclaimer, right? Like, don't do a spell when you're angry. Don't do a spell when you want to control somebody. Do a spell when you're thinking correctly. A lot of people tend to do spells when they're emotional, and that is a problem. because you're not thinking correctly. When you're trying to control your partner, you're not thinking correctly. You're just being selfish. Okay? When you're angry at somebody, you're not thinking correctly. You're just irritated. You know what I'm saying? So practice obviously with discernment. All right, you guys. Yeah. If this works in a slew of ways. If you notice that you've been dating somebody for a long time, but they're non-committal, they won't marry you, you can do a petition for marriage. You can put, you know marry me, you know on your paper. All right, but like I said, practice discernment, honey, because remember, we put out there, you get back towards you. So if you are doing something in an evil way or in a manner to cause harm to somebody, remember, if that person hasn't caused harm to you, it will come back to you. Okay. All right, y'all. Smash that like button. I'll catch you on the next one, you guys. Bye.